Hello everyone. Want to learn how to make liquid fertilizer at home? Well then, let's get started. Now, a couple of things as we begin. Why it's important to make liquid fertilizer at home. Liquid, the reason is simple. Every time you add fertilizer to your pot, to your plants, you have to dig up the soil, then you have to cover the fertilizer up. So if you have liquid fertilizer at your disposal, it's less of a hassle, right? Number two, why should you make fertilizer at home? One, it's cost effective. Two, you're being environment friendly. The waste output of your household reduces considerably. So these are two great reasons to make fertilizer at home, and if it's liquid, less of a hassle, right? So as you see, I have used papaya scrap, used tea leaves and grated ginger, banana peels, potato scraps and eggshells. Just remember, the basics will remain the same no matter what part of a fruit, vegetable or eggs you use. Cut or blend the scrap, add water and let it sit for a few days. Sometimes the waiting period is even several weeks. Here we are dealing with simplest of the scraps, so 24 hours to 48 hours, that's the maximum time you should let those scraps sit in water. And the fertilizer technique which I'm showing you here, it's not too much fancy, it's not advanced like adding ammonia to fasten the process, to make those scraps decompose at a faster rate, or the Epsom salt. We are not doing any of those. Of course, I'll make a video to produce that kind of fertilizer also, but the method you see here is as effective, so don't worry on that front. If you do it right, your plants will have an unlimited supply of fertilizer coming right from your kitchen. All right, so this is the potato scrap. It's like whenever you're using or you're doing something with the potatoes, just save those scrap, and once you're ready in a day or two, just let it sit in water for a couple of days and you'll be ready with it. So any kind of fruit, any kind of vegetable can be used effectively to make this fertilizer. And most of the times, most of the nutrients a fruit consists of would be there in this liquid fertilizer. So you can talk about potassium, you can talk about calcium, you can So you can talk about phosphorus. So I let these scraps sit in water for 2 days, and yeah, they kind of have released most of the nutrients into this water. Now we just need to kind of rinse, kind of funnel them, separate the scrap from the water, and the water which we get is our fertilizer. Alright, so you just need to rinse the scrap liquid, and the liquid you get would be your fertilizer. It's fine, you can mix the whole of it, like get a big container and you can rinse, or you can get out the water in one common bowl or a container. It's really fine. And in fact, I have, as you can see, I've used different containers for separate scraps. It's fine if you dump everything in one container, add water, let it sit for a couple of days. You can do that, that'll be fine, not a problem. Alright, so the solid scraps you can kind of throw it away, and this water is your fertilizer, homemade fertilizer. It kind of get smelly, it kind of there is this pungent smell after 2 days. You can see, now you see the eggshells. You can also put them in water, let it sit for at least a week, and you'll be again ready with some fertilizer. And eggshells can also be crushed in fine particles just by hand, and you can sprinkle them in your pot. So whichever way you think you can you would like to do it, it's really fine. You can use blender also for the scrap, for the eggshells, so that way you will get more concentrated fertilizer. So make sure whatever you do, you should be doing it for your plants, and you are saving money as well. Alright, so you can use it in indoor plants, outdoor plants. It's really great for any of the plants.